everybody, we're back in the jungle here. So I've just been running around and I thought before I leave the jungle, I wanted to show off a couple things. Let me see if I can get the camera right. It's not in the bush. If we walk real slow, you'll notice that Puddin actually walks differently. Let's see if I can get a good angle. So, let me switch out my monsters. So we got Graham here. Watch a battle actually happen now. So let's walk real slow.
Plod, 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 plod.
We got Galleon who just hops slower. I had forgotten about that until we were just messing around on the screen just now, so... Okay, so, oops, that's not the exit. So as you can see, we just I just ran around in circles here because I don't want to go any higher. So let's go ahead and leave. And then once we leave, I'll show you everything that we got. So let's go back to the ranch. Yes. Oh, Galleon's way more tired than I thought he'd be. Crud muffins. He's got a fight next week, too.
Yeah.
Oh, Puddin has become very mature. Got to adjust our raising to keep up with it. Uh-oh, how old is he? I guess we'll find out. Okay, so let's check it.
3 years, 2 months, 2 weeks.
He's apparently 1 year, 10 months?
What?
What?
How can that be? How can it be year 3, month 2, week 2, and him only be a year and 10 months old?
That is a good question.
Does that mean that he's only been that rank for that long?
No, that doesn't make any sense. Okay, whatever, game.
Sense.
So, yeah, his stats didn't change. What am I looking at? He didn't gain anything, actually. I don't think he gained any abilities. I think he already had Wild Stomp.
If not, he has Wild Stomp now.
Yeah, we don't have Wild Stomp because I didn't want to deal with it. He actually learned magic lore, but I opted to dump it since he's got enough lores. Why is it saying he's a year old? That's so weird. Okay, whatever. Cal wasn't there. Gary wasn't there. Okay, Graham, who's apparently only 3 months old. So let's see here. Okay, so he did learn a lot of stuff. So we got Headbutt now.
Nice.
Which is short range, and it's D's all around.
Can you imagine a long-range headbutt? Like, what would that even look like?
So Headbutt, it doesn't seem to be as good as Back Blow as far as accuracy and life, so I'll just put it there. And then we already had Flying Bomb. Ball Bomber, which, yeah, is long range. It's high accuracy and life, considering, actually. It's pretty good. And then we got Rabbit Punch, which can be medium or far range. Whoa, that's pretty high accuracy. Let's put that in the middle. And then put Flying Bomb here, because Flying Bomb does have suicide damage. He doesn't have much accuracy right now, so we'll go ahead and do that. Awesome. Okay. He learned King's Fist, which increases power of moves of the fist, which is nice. Big Lung, which moves Expel Breath, which he has none. Golden Hip, uses his hips, which I don't think he has any of those either. He did learn... Well, he has hips, but he has no moves that use hips. You're such a butt!
I didn't even say anything!
Hard Shell, we're seeing a pattern here with my monsters. Reduces damage but harder with dodge attacks. And Hard Head, which increases power of moves that use the head. Okay, he still likes potatoes. Good at Galleon here. Oops, didn't do that. Alright, so we had Pokerine already. Or, no, we didn't have Pokerine. We learned Pokerine. Another freaking physical move. Alright, so I'm going to put this one first because it actually has accuracy rate A, which, with... Why did I almost say Chin Chin? That's Suikoden. It was Suzerains. I got Suikoden on the brain. With Suzerains, I prefer to have high accuracy, so, like, and just keep hitting over and over. So we'll do Pokerine underneath it. We have Lean Hat, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I can't help
wow.
you there.
I'm gonna put it underneath because it costs a lot more guts. Put aim hit all the way down the middle here, and yeah, and then we have hat attack, which is one of the most powerful attacks, but the accuracy is so low. The guts cost so much, it's not worth it. Look at all those physical moves. So he learned Sniper, which he already had, I believe. Hard Head, we've already seen. King's Fist, and High Search. So, one thing someone did mention to me, which I didn't know, is that Suzerains are better at defense than they are at speed. I guess it kind of makes sense when you think about it, but I've never actually trained one to be defensive, so... I am gonna change my plan a little, and maybe focus less on speed and more on defense when I get to it. See how that works out, because it wouldn't hurt to have defense, because I already have several monsters on speed, so...
Yeah, we did kind of want to go more defense on some stuff.
Yeah, okay, so rest, sandbag, leaf blade, oh my goodness, rest. And unfortunately, he's got a fight this week.
Well, let's keep booking.
We'll rest.
He can
save.
read a book. He can read a book to go to sleep.
I'm gonna be making fun of that for a while now.
It is pretty awesome. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I didn't even. It was funny. It's funny though, because doing pictures like that, you know, I think that's something that this generation loves doing. Is I never really think about them that much. Having a picture and then putting words on it. I know that's something that the tweenies of this generation started doing.
Yeah, that came behind us.
Yeah.
Came behind after. Came after. Wow, it must have been a long day for me too.
Alrighty, so we need to scold Gary. Hey, Gary. I'm scolding you! Roar!
Gary, that was not sufficient. We need you to do a better job.
You need
Okay.
to move that stick back and forth. Faster, faster!
Yeah, Gary, if you could just come in on Saturday, that would be great.
That would be great. You know, it's funny because yesterday when I was at work, my VPN went down. And,
That stands for Virtual Private Network for people who don't know.
No, that wasn't the part of the funny part of the story. No, it was, no, I guess it was. At some point, my main office, I'm just gonna ignore part of that story. My main office, blocked my, my username to get on the VPN and it didn't work. And, this happened earlier, by the way, Icon. I didn't add that to the story, but it was a long story. But, so I couldn't get on the VPN. I was like, oh my god, it's not recognizing my login. And I had this, all of a sudden I had this fear, like, oh my gosh, how long have I been fired and they didn't tell me? Did they just now decide to cut off my account? And I was just like, but it's my stapler. I was just like, I had this sudden fear that I was like that guy in Office Space, that I had been fired all this time and they just didn't bother to tell me.
Poor Milton.
Yeah. I literally had that fear for a split second. I think I've seen that movie too many times.
I need to go rewatch that. Is that on Netflix?
It used to be. I don't know if it still is or not.
I am going to look that up.
If it's a good movie, then probably not. Because Netflix seems to... No, it's not... that's not
Wow.
against Netflix.
Yes,
It's just that I feel like Netflix has good movies, but they only show for a few months, and they go away for a while, and then they come back for a few months, and they go away for a while. That's how it seems to me, at least.
You can hear me typing.
I guess... Yeah, go. I really need to go get food.
Oh, it's only
In the
available
game.
only available via DVD.
Yeah. The Warbler Cup.
Office Space is definitely not E for everyone.
No, it's not.
Very much so not. But if you work in a cubicle environment, it is definitely definitely a movie you will appreciate and understand.
Yeah. Crosby quit on us. We're back to the E-rank names.
I do a search for Office Space on Netflix. Number 1 is Office Space. Number 2, something else. In fact, I think something else I've seen.
know... Oh, excuse me. I know on the iPad version, if you search for a movie that does not instant stream, it'll still tell you about it, but it'll be like, we don't have an instant stream, here's some other ones.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, I still have the DVD service, and so it still tells me DVD searches and stuff. Number 3, Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
What the heck? Is
I'm
it
guessing-
because it's nerdiness?
Because it probably has the word space in it.
Oh. What the heck? I want to hit him. I want to hit him with aim hit.
So go ahead.
I'm trying. I'm not aiming very well, apparently. I'm hitting him with Pokerine, but I'm not hitting him with... Whatever. No! Fully fart, stay down.
Okay.
Thank you. Yay, Galleon, you won your first fight.
Oh yeah, it was his first fight, wasn't it?
Yep, he's never fought before, because even when I was in the jungle, I didn't bother to fight with them, because there was no real need.
Huh.
Alright, Galleon. Oh, he's so
Whoa,
cute.
he's going up against the best.
Oh no, not the best. Ning. I was gonna dodge that with X. Oh good, I'm glad I didn't. Oh, I would have actually countered though. Oh well. I don't like to counter on this game unless I know I'm gonna do well, but since I don't have 90 health, I don't want to risk it.
Mm-hmm.
I just got really hungry all of a sudden.
Food.
I think I'll make a bacon sandwich after this. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Oh, we won! Yay, Galleon! Woo!
The winner of this terrific blah 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 is Galleon.
I thought you did this terrific bubble. I thought was what you said.
This terrific bubble.
Oh, we got a banana, which I just fed him one, so I guess he earned it back.
What?
I just fed him a banana before the adventure. We just won
Okay.
a banana, so... Okie dokie. What?
Nothing. I was just like, just the idea of he got it back. You know.
No. I'm not doing any more LPs with you.
What did I do?
Okay. I suppose he could use more power. Gary needs to get to 200 in life, I'd still think. Defense, that's really not in question. Okay, trampoline, sandbag, life blade, tub, and I guess rest again. Begin training! Ooh! Praise all around.
Excellent job.
I love this view so much better.
It is a little bit easier to palette.
Yeah! Food.
Food.
Okay, I really need to go to the market this weekend to get food. And not in real life, because Helper just did that today.
I've been playing, I didn't tell you, I've been playing a card game with some friends.
Really?
Yes.
Card game.
It's called Hanabi.
Oh.
It's a fireworks game. It's a cooperative card game where you can't see your own cards. You can only see the other people's cards.
Yeah, I've heard of this game.
And it is awesome. It is so much fun. You would actually, I think you would really like it. Either that or you'd be super frustrated by it. I'm not sure which. But it's like $10 on Amazon, so it's like, why not? You know?
If I were to play with Helper, I'm sure I'd get frustrated.
Yeah, he's a little bit.
Of a butt.
Yeah, well, he's a bit arbitrary at times. He likes to do things because he thinks they're funny sometimes, and it's like, well, you kind of have to rely on a lot of logic and a lot of like rationality and stuff, and kind of and being able to trust that the other person is also going to apply similar logic and rationality to the.
Yeah, which means it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, so maybe not with Helper, but you know. But yeah, but the game is awesome because you're trying to cooperate with each other, and you have to get cards played in the middle. And it's kind of like, okay, I have to be able to... You can give hints to the other players, but there's a very limited number of hints you can give. Oh, sorry, am I talking over something?
No, I think we've already talked about this.
Okay.
Yeah, she says you need to scold him too.
Okay. But you have like a super limited number of hints, and they're very specific what you're allowed to hint about. So you can't just be like, play this card right now.
Yeah.
You have to like be like, this card is a red card, you know, and it's like, well, great, it's a red card. What does that tell me?
I didn't mean to do. Fine, I'll buy 21. Be the blackjack potato here.
Blackjack Potato. That'd be an awesome band name.
Speaking of games, I don't know if I told you we got the new Talisman expansion, the Woodlands.
You did not.
It's awesome.
So that you said it's an expansion. It just adds on to the existing Talisman.
Yeah,
game?
it actually adds the missing corner to the board.
Okay.
Um.
So have you played it yet?
Yes, and it actually changed it. You know, I don't know if you remember the fate tokens have different colors on the user side. It actually makes them matter now.
Okay.
It's really, really fun. I don't know if I've probably talked about this before, but if anyone that's listening likes board games, like not overly complex board games, but not overly simple ones either, and you like role playing, I highly recommend getting Talisman. Just, you know, you can actually buy it on the iPad as well, but I don't know if I like it as much on the iPad, because the iPad's more like you play the game, but when you play with people, like physically, you can actually kind of role play. And that's the part I like, actually giving my characters names and joking with backstories and stuff, and they'll actually kind of like talk for them and stuff in battle. It's a lot of fun because I'm weird like that, but I really love Talisman, and I actually, when we built the house that I'm living in now, we actually dedicated a room to Talisman, so it's actually always just it's out all the time. Because it's a really big board. But anyway, back to Monster Rancher. Okay, well, let's do more
So I had some friends over this last weekend.
No, we're talking about Monster Rancher at least for another couple minutes. Sure, let's just read some more. Okay, we got a fight coming up, so we need to save. Unfortunately, I wasn't paying attention to where I saved last, so...
Neither was I. What was the last book you read?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I reread, Brave New World a couple weeks ago. I love Brave New World. That's my favorite book, and it is not E for everyone.
Oh, yeah. I've actually never read it.
You know, the problem with that book is I love it. I love the message that that book sends. Like, if you're really paying attention, it sends an extremely powerful message in my mind, and I love that book to death. But the problem is so many people start reading it, and they can't get past the initial first chapters because it's one of those books that's talking about a utopia, and so they have to, in the first beginning part of the book... Oh, shoot, who is it supposed to scold? I think it was Puddin'.
Sure.
I knew I was supposed to scold one, but I forgot. I guess I'll praise them both. It has to set up a utopia, and the utopia is... The setting up isn't E for everyone, unfortunately. I would not recommend it, you know. You guys already know my standards for E for everyone, so... But, you know, if you're of age and you enjoy books like 1984 and stuff, I highly recommend it. But anyways, yeah, so that's the last one I read, but I've read it like a million times, so... The last book I read that was new to me, I don't even know. I don't read anymore. My high school made me not like reading, so...
Oh.
Because when I was in high school, we had to read 2 books every 3 weeks, and then, you know, we had tests and reports, and you had to, and no Cliff Notes were allowed, and I took AP everything, and Cliff Notes weren't allowed, and our teachers knew if you used Cliff Notes, so they, you know, I don't know if Cliff Notes even exist anymore, but, or Spark Notes were coming around by the time I left high school. Those weren't allowed either, but I got so sick of reading that I just, no more. Helper reads for fun all the time, but I rarely do anymore. Helper likes Odd Thomas books and what's his name? I can't remember the author's name right now. He loves the Dune series.
Frank Herbert.
Well, that's
Herbert.
Dune, yeah, but I don't remember who wrote the Odd series. It's on the tip of my tongue. And he's not sitting behind me to tell me what it is. He's actually at work.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think I read... What did I read last? I think I read like the 3rd one in the Song of Fire and Ice series.
Oh, yeah.
Because I've been trying to stay ahead of the Game of Thrones TV series. Just because people have been telling me I need to read that book series for like a decade or 2 now. I guess 2 decades now almost.
No one ever suggests books to me anymore because they know I won't read them.
Well, I mean, but I mean, well, I'm sure you got recommended that series though too at some point. I mean, we're both nerds, so it gets recommended to everybody who's a nerd.
Helper told me that it wouldn't be something I would enjoy, and Helper
Yeah.
is almost always dead center right on stuff
No,
like that.
he's right. You would not enjoy it.
So people have told me, but when Helper told me that not to read it, I just don't, because
Yeah.
he knows he knows what I wouldn't like. So
Yeah, he makes good recommendations for you.
yeah, he does.
And yeah, he's spot on with that one. Yeah, you should not read that one. But I just figured it would probably have been recommended to you at some point, though, nonetheless.
So, anyways, Monster Rancher, it's Graham's first fight against Yuki.
Okay.
He's got a lot of defense. Holy crud!
Okay, so it's been a few minutes. So I had some friends over last weekend.
Well, we won that fight.
That was
Go
quick.
Graham! Oh, I was hoping the one would go away, but
Actually, so we played a game called Resistance, or The Resistance. Have you heard about this game?
I've heard about it.
It's kind of like some people are spies and some people are
Yes.
in the Resistance. And did you ever play the game Mastermind back in the day?
Yes.
So for people who haven't played Mastermind, it's basically like there's these colored pegs in a certain order that one player knows, and the other player just doesn't know it. And they have to put down colored pegs.
No!
And the player who knows what the colored pegs are ordered like tells the other player how many they got right or wrong at every stage of the game. And so the person that is kind of figuring things out has to figure out what order they're all in. To me, the Resistance kind of felt like that, where you send people out on missions, from the group, and some people are spies and some people aren't, and you're trying to figure out who's the good ones and who aren't the good ones. Anyway, first game went great. Second game, we took like an hour on the last turn of the game. We spent literally an hour on just the last turn of the game. And it was entirely my partner's fault.
Aww.
Because we could have won the game an hour earlier. The way it works is you vote on some stuff, and the game went to a vote. We had the votes we needed to win the game, to secretly win the game, and nobody else realized that we were going to win it right then and there. And he was so undercover, trying to pretend he was the other side, that he forgot how he was supposed to vote. He accidentally went double agent.
That's
he lost
funny.
himself while he was undercover. I'm not even making this up. It was so awesome when it happened. I just remember I was the one reviewing the votes, and I'm like,
Got you.
and I'm like, 2 votes for us, 2 votes for them. I know how the last one's gonna come out. I flipped it, and it was the wrong way, and I was like, what? How did it come out this way? And anyway, it took an hour before he realized what he had done.
That's funny.
It was just this utterly ludicrous situation. And meanwhile, everybody else in the entire game was so confused about what was going on. And
Yeah, we won. I actually used a counter against him because I was like, oh crud, I'm not gonna hit him, am I? Yeah, in cases like that, this is where countering actually helps. Ah, Chavez.
oh, you gotta win this one. Or at least you gotta not get KO'd.
Yeah. Alrighty. Get a rabbit punch off here. Cannot rabbit punch the rabbit. Ha. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I forgot who I was fighting.
Well, it only did 19 damage.
See, this is why I like defense. Wow. Graham is doing exceptionally well.
Well, we kind of knew he was going to be a heavy hitter, at least early
Yeah.
on. Later on, we'll see. I mean, he's not going to probably scale as well.
No, he will. His defense will scale.
Yeah, his defense will, but he's going to be like kind of a fight it out to the end type of guy, not a one-hit KO type of guy. Right?
Well, you have to remember a lot of his abilities. There's very low crit and there's very low guts damage, but there's very high accuracy on a lot of his moves and damage. Because I don't know if you remember, his accuracy was B on a couple of them. So, anyways, let's go ahead and rest. Actually, I want to keep you on Sandbag a little longer. Life Blade, Tub, and Book. Okay, I think this is a good stopping point. I really don't know what I'm going to do in the next video. I guess I'll just either train or do some more battles, but I don't think I'm going to go on an adventure again
Well,
just yet. So.
We can talk about King of Tokyo.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.